thank you for still be patient with us just to listen on tips and info how to manage your financial and what is AKPK all about. Okay, Puan Nur Akmar, is there any tips that you would like to add?
No problem. We talked about budgeting just now,
Yes.
and perhaps some of you will ask, when do we start budgeting? Actually, budgeting, you should start when someone receives an income. It doesn't matter whether it's PTPTN, whether it's from your parents, whether from your own your job or your scholarship, your salary. So once you have an income, then automatically you have to start doing your budget, because like I mentioned, you have very limited sources, but we have unlimited ones. Okay, so you need to track them, and once you've done the budget, some students will do budgeting, and after that they don't follow.
Yes.
They do it very nicely on Excel. Sorry, and then they don't follow. You know, just for the sake of it, they will do budgeting. But budgeting is more than that. Once you do your budget, then you have to stick to it. Because if, for example, there's a sale and you saw something very nice, and you saw a T-shirt, for example, so but it's not in your budget. What do you do? Do we wait for the next sale and so on and so forth? So all these things you have to consider, but because the budgeting will help you track your expenses and your income. But most importantly, the earlier you start, the better. So once you get the hang of doing your budget, then you can continue towards later in your life. But you must stick to it, like I said. So the other thing is that when you have a budget, there's also an element of savings. I know people say, oh no, we don't have enough, PTPTN is not enough, scholarship is not enough, and blah blah blah. But you have to instill this saving habit. You have to start it young. So if you read a lot of literature, they will tell you if you start saving early, then the return that you get is a lot more if you start later. So start saving, even if it's 50 cents, even if it's $1 a day.
Yes.
Imagine, Siti, if you save $1 a day for 360 days, how much do you have at the end of the day? End the year, it's 360 ringgit, right? It's only $1 a day. So it is not difficult at all. Some people say, oh, so much. No, I don't ask you to put in $10 a day. It's too much for you.
Just $1.
Yes, $1 a day. At the end of the year, you have 360 ringgit. Perhaps you already know this Raya, students, they want to buy new clothes, and then the funny thing is that when the beginning of the year, we already have the calendar, and you already know when is Raya. But somehow or rather, just before Raya, a month before Raya, everybody goes berserk. It's like, oh my God, it's Raya, nobody knows about it. But you already know when is Raya. So if you want to buy something, especially for students, so you plan, oh my God, Raya is about 10 months, so 11 months. So I want to
saving up.
Yeah, start saving up.
Yeah.
So like I say, $1 a day, you get $360 at the end of the year, or ringgit. So it's not difficult. So you must start saving.
So what about if students or anybody put their money into ESB or ESN?
Oh, okay. I mean, those are your avenues for savings. Like I always say, do not try and save money under your pillow. After all the mouse or the mice in the house have gone around the world and you're still staying in your house. So once you save, then you put it in on those avenues. You can save in ASB. Okay, you can save for students. ASB will be your savings account. ASN is actually it's a unit trust. All these things you must understand that there is a possibility that you will lose. Okay. In ASB, it's actually a savings. So your principal amount is protected. Okay, it's just your return might varies. But in ASN and all other unit trusts, there is a possibility that you will lose your principal, not money, but your principal. Not lose totally, of course. There'll be less of it. Okay. The other thing that I wanted to mention is that again, when you go out shopping, have a list. Yeah.
What you want to buy.
Yeah.
And stick to it.
Yes, and of course, if you look at the psychology of it, is that the male student and the female student, even a man and woman, if they go out shopping, they do bring a list, but the women tend to buy more than what's on their list. That's the danger of it. And the men, they shortchange themselves. They don't buy whatever is in the list. This is normal, but of course there are exceptions to the rule. But have a list. But if you really, for example, Siti, you go out, there's Sogo sale. Sogo is always
sale. Always sale, actually.
Yes, that's right. I was just going to say that. Sogo is like 360 days sale, and you want to buy something that attracts you. I mean, you really want to buy something. It's not a need, it's a want, for example. So, and then it's out of your budget, and you say, oh my God, this dress is so expensive, it's I can't afford it, but it's so beautiful, so what we try and teach people, students for that matter, is that you delay your gratification. You feel that you should have it, but you delay because it's a want, it's not a need. Go and save, go and work, but make sure you work legally. We don't want you to go out and work and then and you stop looking at your books, and then have an extra income. That sort of thing.
All right. Puan, again, shall we take a break for a while with one song? Only on iRadio OUM, roaming across your mind. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.